Hi, this is Bruce Buffer, your voice of the Octagon, and you're listening to MMA Mental.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by MMA Mental, MMA Worldwide, and YourMMA.tv. It is sponsored by Almighty Fightwear. For more post-fight interviews from the biggest promotions, please subscribe to the MMA Mental YouTube channel. Also, like MMAmental.com, MMA Worldwide, Your MMA, and Almighty Fightwear on Facebook. And on Twitter, please follow at MMA Mental, at Your MMA, and at Almighty MMA. I'm now joined by Jim the Beast Alers. Jim is coming off a successful UFC debut at UFC Fight Night in Abu Dhabi against Alers. Jim, thank you very much for joining me.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing very well, thank you. Congratulations on winning your UFC debut. It was long. I think it was a lot of people waiting for that for a long time for you to get into the UFC.
Yeah, thanks, man. I thought I'd belong there for a very long time. It was good to get in there and, get that W.
Yeah, obviously I'm from the UK. You'd really made a name for yourself in Europe, of course. You dominated in Cage Warriors. You were the Cage Warriors champion. What was it like to finally get given the call up to the UFC?
It was amazing, I think every fighter, if they say that their main goal is not to be in the UFC, they're lying. So when I got that call, it was just a dream come true. And, I was excited. Excitement just took over.
What was it like as well, fighting in Abu Dhabi?
It was kind of a shock, because I was campaigning to get on the Orlando show, which is the week after. And, when I got the call to be in Abu Dhabi, it was like, oh, okay. You got to take it where you can. And, I've been to Abu Dhabi before, so, it was kind of cool to go back, and it's not too unfamiliar territory. So, felt good.
Also, one of the big differences, of course, when you fight in the UFC is the build-up. It's the especially fight week. There's a lot of media attention on the event. There's all the fighters are staying together. What was the media week like for you in the build-up to the event?
It wasn't too bad. Cage Warriors does an excellent job. If I can compare UFC to Cage Warriors, they're pretty almost up neck to neck with all of that. It was a lot to do, signing posters, doing video stuff and everything. But like I said, Cage Warriors prepared me very well for all that. So I was glad I went through Cage Warriors, and it wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Now, going into the fight, then, of course, you were facing Alers. What did you know about him, and what were your views on him as an opponent?
He was like a ghost in the MMA world. He was gone for 2 years. There wasn't many video on him, and any video that I did find was very old. So I couldn't really go off of that. I know he fought in February, like not too long before a fight, and knocked the guy out and pretty fast. So I didn't know a lot. I knew that his fighting style was a little different. A lot of hooks and uppercuts and stuff. But I couldn't find someone really to mimic that the same. So I didn't have a lot of video on him. I just knew he had a lot of submissions also. So, I just kind of had to train for the best and expect anything.
It was a really, really close fight. Was there anything in the fight that surprised you that he did?
Just the power, I've seen that he knocked out the guy in his last fight, and every single punch was really powerful that he hit me, even the ones that I blocked. So that was just very surprising. And, he had a pretty good defense against the fence. He knew what to do. And, he was just ready for me.
Now, like I said, it was quite close. It went to the judges, of course. You won via a split decision. When it went to the judges, how confident were you that you were going to get the nod?
I was very confident that I won the second and third round. So, it just actually surprised me that it was a split decision, because I felt that I, won second and third round convincingly. So, when it went to the split decision, I couldn't believe it. I was kind of in shock, but, I'm glad that it was a W at the end.
Yeah, there's always that thing, isn't it, about not leaving it to go to the judges, and we've seen in the past, we've seen some decisions not go the right way. So I suppose you just got to look at it. You're just glad that even though it was a split decision, that the win went the right way. That's the main thing.
Right.
So after the fight, then how were you feeling? You got any knocks, any injuries, and when would you like to get back in and compete again?
I mean, I had the normal bumps and bruises of a fight. You know, you can't. I mean, if you're going into a fight and you come out from the bumps and bruises, you know, then it was an easy fight. But as you can see, I had a war in there. But I'm injury free, you know, and you know, I'm talking to the UFC, trying to fight again, ASAP. I mean, I saw the mistakes that I have happened in there. You know, I think I had a little bit of the UFC jitters. You know, I wasn't unloading, but how I should have been. So we'll see next fight. Hopefully it's soon.
Is there any mention of a possible opponent, or you got anyone you got your eye on anyone that you'd like to fight against?
I mean, of course, everyone who was in the UK scene knew that I wanted to fight McGregor for a long time. You know, we've had, you know, two fights canceled on us, but I just think our paths right now are on different paths. But you know, besides that, I'll fight anybody. You know, like I had really good matchups in the featherweight division, the really big division. And, you know, I'm ready for anyone.
Well, thank you very much for giving me your time today. Congratulations on picking up your first UFC win and your UFC debut.
For sure. Thank you very much.
And before we let you go, I just want to give you a chance to do any shout-outs. I'd like to shout out any friends, family, sponsors, and also let the listeners know about your Facebook and your Twitter.
Yeah, so, guys, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's @FightGym. You'll find me there. And I just want to give a shout-out to my gym, Tough as Nails MMA in Orlando, Florida. Thank you guys for being there for me all the time. Hank Porcher, my coach, my mentor. You're the man. Thank you. And, you know, let's keep it going.
Can't wait to see you step back into the cage, Jim.